If you're living with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, you've probably been warned to avoid sweet fruits altogether. But what if that advice is outdated? In this video, we reveal 3 naturally sweet fruits that are not only safe, but healing for diabetics. With a low glycemic index, high fiber, and rich antioxidant profile, these fruits can actually support insulin function, reduce A1C, ease nerve pain, protect kidney and heart health, and even improve digestion and hormone balance. You'll learn their glycemic load, portion control tips, best time to eat them, and how to turn each one into a powerful diabetic-friendly recipe. These aren't sugary snacks in disguise. These are nature's healing tools hiding in plain sight. Stick around till the end to uncover one myth most diabetics still believe, and how it could be holding you back from real relief. First on the list, grapes. They're juicy, sweet, and often misunderstood by diabetics. Grapes are one of those fruits people assume are too sugary to be safe, especially the red and black ones. But the truth is, when eaten in proper portions, grapes are not only safe, they're one of the most therapeutically underrated fruits for healing diabetes-related complications. With a glycemic index of 43 to 53, depending on the variety, and a glycemic load under 10 per half cup, grapes fall comfortably within the low to moderate zone for blood sugar impact. But it's what's inside the skin and juice of this small fruit that makes it a functional food for diabetics. Let's talk nutrients. Just half a cup of red or black grapes, about 75 grams, provides zero point 0.6 grams fiber, 11 grams natural sugar, zero point 0.6 grams protein, and zero point 0.2 grams fat, totaling only 52 calories. While these numbers may seem simple, it's the polyphenols like resveratrol, quercetin, catechins, and anthocyanins that give grapes their healing power. These plant compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, which is one of the root causes of nerve, kidney, and eye damage in long-term diabetes. Grapes are also a natural source of vitamin C, 6% of the daily value, vitamin K, 18% of the daily value, and potassium, 5% of the daily value, all essential for reducing inflammation, maintaining vascular health, and regulating blood pressure. Vitamin K in particular supports bone strength and blood clotting, which diabetics need due to slower wound healing. Here's where it gets more interesting. Grape polyphenols actively improve insulin sensitivity by repairing cellular insulin receptors and reducing internal inflammation. In one study, consistent daily intake of grape polyphenol extract led to a 23% reduction in post-meal glucose spikes and improved insulin sensitivity by 18% within just 4 weeks. That's a meaningful number, especially for older adults trying to bring down their A1C naturally. What's happening at the cellular level is the restoration of insulin response in liver, muscle, and fat tissues, effectively reversing insulin resistance, which is the core problem in type 2 diabetes. Grapes also support your vascular health in a powerful way. Compounds like resveratrol increase nitric oxide, NO production, which relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. For people with diabetes, this means better blood flow to the extremities, heart, kidneys, and even reproductive organs, reducing the risk of diabetic neuropathy, kidney strain, and erectile dysfunction in men. In fact, nitric oxide is the same compound supported by medications for heart health and blood pressure, and grapes activate this pathway naturally. But here's something most people don't know. Grapes contain melatonin. Yes, the very hormone that controls your sleep cycle. This makes grapes a unique natural support tool for diabetics struggling with insomnia or disrupted circadian rhythms. Poor sleep raises morning blood sugar and worsens A1C, so eating a small portion of grapes 2 to 3 hours before bed could indirectly improve overnight glucose stability. If you're someone managing retinopathy, neuropathy, or cognitive fog, the flavonoids in grapes play another hidden role. They cross the blood-brain and blood-retina barrier, where they neutralize free radicals, improve oxygen delivery, and reduce microvascular damage. This is especially important for older adults with type 2 diabetes who face double the risk of memory decline and vision loss due to impaired capillary circulation. Now here's something surprising. NASA has studied grape polyphenols for protecting astronauts against radiation-induced oxidative damage in space. That's right. These same antioxidants are being evaluated for use in space travel, where radiation exposure causes extreme oxidative stress. If they're strong enough to protect DNA in orbit, they're more than powerful enough to guard your nerves, eyes, and kidneys right here on Earth. When it comes to the best time to eat grapes, aim for mid-morning or afternoon, ideally paired with a protein or fat source, like a small handful of almonds, a slice of cheese, or a spoonful of Greek yogurt. This combo slows the sugar absorption and enhances the polyphenol bioavailability. Avoid eating grapes on an empty stomach or late at night if you're prone to blood sugar instability or acid reflux. As for portion control, stick to half a cup of whole grapes, around 15 to 20 grapes or 75 grams. That gives you the fiber, polyphenols, and hydration benefits without flooding your system with natural sugars. You can also freeze them for a low glycemic sweet treat or add them to a salad with walnuts and spinach for a high antioxidant lunch. At most grocery stores across the U.S., grapes cost between $1.50 to $3 per pound, depending on season and variety. Red and black grapes have higher resveratrol content than green ones, so prioritize these when available, especially organic Concord or Black Corinth varieties for maximum polyphenol density. If budget is a concern, frozen grapes offer almost the same benefits and last longer. Here's a simple diabetic-friendly recipe you'll love. Grape and walnut yogurt bowl. Combine 1/2 cup halved grapes, 2 tablespoons chopped walnuts, and 1/2 cup plain Greek yogurt. Add a pinch of cinnamon or ground flaxseed for extra fiber and blood sugar support. This recipe gives you protein, healthy fats, fiber, antioxidants, and natural melatonin, all in one 150-calorie powerhouse snack. One helpful tip: always wash grapes thoroughly before eating. Their skin traps more pesticide residue than many other fruits. Buying organic when possible, or soaking in baking soda water, can help reduce exposure. An important reminder: avoid raisins or dried grapes unless eaten in very small quantities. Drying concentrates the sugars and removes the water and some antioxidants, making them higher glycemic. Stick with whole, fresh grapes for the full range of diabetic benefits. We've explored the soft sweetness that comes in clusters. But now let's move to a tropical powerhouse that feels like a dessert, yet works like natural medicine. Its rough skin hides a crisp interior packed with compounds that repair nerves, calm digestion, and tame insulin resistance from deep within. Second on the list, guava. What looks like a tropical treat with rough skin and sweet aroma is actually one of the most underrated functional fruits for diabetics. Often overlooked for its exotic appearance, guava holds potent healing power inside its crisp, fiber-rich flesh. Despite its natural sweetness, guava has a glycemic index of just 12 to 24, depending on ripeness, and a glycemic load under 4 for one whole small fruit, making it one of the safest fresh fruits for blood sugar balance. But the real magic lies in how guava impacts nearly every organ system affected by diabetes. Let's unpack the nutrition. One raw guava, about 100 grams, contains 3 grams fiber, 1 gram protein, 8.9 grams natural sugar, and just 68 calories. That same serving provides 419 milligrams of potassium, 9% of the daily value, 228 milligrams of vitamin C, over 250% of the daily value, 22 micrograms of folate, 6% of the daily value, and trace amounts of magnesium, vitamin A, and copper. But what sets guava apart is its ultra-high antioxidant density, particularly compounds like quercetin, lycopene, and ellagic acid, which neutralize inflammation deep in the nerves, kidneys, pancreas, and even the bladder wall. That's why guava has become a standout in research on diabetic nephropathy, nerve pain, and urinary complications. Here's a powerful research insight. In one study, guava extract reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by 25% and improved insulin response by 19% over 4 weeks, comparable to some herbal medications. But guava works on more than just blood sugar. Its high vitamin C content boosts collagen production, speeding up wound healing and protecting delicate capillaries in the eyes and kidneys. Its fiber slows glucose absorption, improves bowel motility, and helps flush toxins, reducing pressure on the liver and kidneys, especially valuable in diabetics with compromised detox pathways. But there's more. Guava is rich in leptin-modulating flavonoids, which help restore appetite control and reduce fat buildup around organs, a common issue in insulin-resistant individuals. And because guava increases GLUT4 activation in muscle cells, it actually pulls sugar from the bloodstream into the cells for energy, lowering blood sugar levels without relying entirely on insulin. This is key for those with type 2 diabetes and sluggish insulin function. For men and women dealing with hormone imbalance or declining fertility, guava offers subtle but meaningful support. Its high antioxidant content protects reproductive tissues from glycation and oxidative stress, while its folate and vitamin C help improve sperm quality, ovulation regularity, and uterine blood flow. Some research even suggests guava leaf extract may help reduce heavy bleeding and painful cycles in women with insulin-resistant polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. A little-known benefit? Guava also supports brain health in diabetics. The antioxidants penetrate the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation in areas linked to memory, focus, and anxiety. This can be especially helpful for seniors with type 2 diabetes who experience cognitive fog or mood instability linked to fluctuating blood sugar. Now let's talk timing. The best time to eat guava is mid-morning or as a pre-dinner snack, paired with a few almonds or a cube of paneer, Indian cottage cheese, to balance the fruit sugars with fat and protein. This pairing slows glucose release and enhances nutrient absorption. Avoid eating guava on an empty stomach if you have acid reflux or before bedtime if you're prone to nighttime blood sugar dips. When it comes to price and availability, fresh guava usually costs between $2 to $4 per pound in the U.S., with pink varieties offering more lycopene and white varieties slightly more fiber. You'll find them at ethnic markets, Whole Foods, or in frozen form at Trader Joe's. And if you're tight on budget, guava pulp, unsweetened, or even guava tea made from its leaves can provide many of the same benefits. Here's a simple diabetic-friendly recipe: guava and mint detox bowl. Dice one small guava, about 100 grams. Add a few crushed mint leaves, a squeeze of lemon juice, and sprinkle with half a teaspoon of roasted cumin powder. Serve chilled. This recipe aids digestion, supports liver detox, and refreshes your palate, all while keeping blood sugar stable. Here's a tip: don't discard the skin unless it's too tough. The rind contains more vitamin C and fiber than the flesh itself. But do wash thoroughly or peel if the guava isn't organic, as pesticide residues can cling to the waxy skin. A smart reminder: guava juice, even if labeled no added sugar, is not the same as fresh fruit. It lacks fiber and often spikes blood sugar. Stick with the whole fruit to harness its full healing potential. We've journeyed from the soft sweetness of grapes to the vibrant power of guava. But now, let's explore one final category: a family of small, colorful fruits so rich in healing compounds they've been studied for everything from eye protection to urinary relief. Third on the list, berries. Most people see berries as a refreshing summer snack. But for people living with diabetes, berries are far more than just colorful treats. They're cellular-level medicine hiding in plain sight. Despite their natural sweetness, berries like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries carry a surprisingly low glycemic index of 25 to 41 and glycemic load between 2 and 5 per serving. That means they digest slowly, release sugar gradually, and never flood your bloodstream the way high-sugar fruits or desserts do. But their blood sugar support doesn't stop at the surface. Inside your body, berries are launching a complex chain reaction that goes deeper than most diabetic foods can reach. Here's what most people don't realize. Berries activate a hidden transporter inside your muscle and fat cells called GLUT4. This transporter is crucial because it's responsible for pulling glucose from your bloodstream and delivering it into your cells, where it can be used for energy instead of causing sugar spikes. In people with insulin resistance or poorly managed diabetes, GLUT4 often becomes sluggish. But anthocyanins, the vibrant blue, red, and purple pigments found in berries, stimulate the insulin signaling pathway that triggers GLUT4 to move to the cell surface and go to work. This means your body can respond to insulin more efficiently, even after a high-carb meal. It's like opening up extra doors for sugar to exit the bloodstream, naturally lowering blood sugar without putting stress on your pancreas. Now here's where it gets even more powerful. If you've been living with fatigue, brain fog, or low stamina, the problem may not just be your blood sugar, it could be your mitochondria. These are the energy factories inside every cell. But in diabetics, they often become damaged by oxidative stress and poor glucose handling, leading to energy crashes and tissue breakdown. That's where berries offer a unique advantage. Polyphenols in berries, especially resveratrol in blueberries and ellagic acid in raspberries, have been shown to repair mitochondrial damage, improve oxygen use inside cells, and even trigger mild autophagy, which helps clean out old or malfunctioning parts of the cell. Over time, this doesn't just give you more energy, it helps your muscles, nerves, and even your heart work more efficiently. But there's more. If you experience frequent leg cramps at night or painful muscle stiffness after light activity, berries could be an unexpected source of relief. Their naturally high potassium content, combined with nitric oxide boosting flavonoids, helps improve circulation, reduce nerve misfiring, and ease nighttime cramping. Unlike bananas or salty electrolytes, berries don't spike blood sugar, and they bring inflammation down while boosting blood flow to the legs and feet. That's a big win for diabetics who struggle with neuropathy, restless legs, or poor sleep due to muscle spasms. And speaking of inflammation, let's bring in some hard science. One research study found that eating just 1 cup of mixed berries daily for 8 weeks significantly reduced C-reactive protein levels, CRP, by 22%. That's one of the major markers of chronic inflammation linked to heart disease, insulin resistance, and kidney damage in diabetics. This same study noted improvements in A1C and post-meal glucose spikes, making berries a double-action food. They calm the fire of inflammation while reducing sugar load after meals. No prescription required, but the healing continues into the night. One of the lesser-known benefits of berries, particularly tart cherries and blackberries, is their ability to support melatonin production. Melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone, it's also a key regulator of your circadian rhythm, bladder nerve signaling, and insulin timing. People with diabetes often struggle with poor sleep, and that disruption worsens blood sugar control. Berries contain melatonin precursors and serotonin-enhancing compounds that make it easier to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up with more stable fasting glucose levels. If you're someone who wakes up to urinate multiple times per night, this gentle support to your pineal gland and bladder muscle coordination may provide subtle yet meaningful relief over time. Here's a tip. The best time to eat berries for blood sugar stability is mid-morning as a snack or in the evening around 7 to 8 p.m. if you need help sleeping. At night, pair them with 1 tablespoon of plain Greek yogurt or a few soaked almonds for better satiety and glucose balance. A 3/4 cup portion of mixed berries costs around $1.20 to $1.50 in most U.S. stores, and frozen varieties work just as well as fresh ones when it comes to polyphenol content. Here's a myth that still floats around. Berries are too sweet for diabetics. That's false. Their sweetness comes with fiber, flavonoids, and pectin, which all slow down glucose absorption. When eaten in the right portion, they're among the safest sweet fruits for diabetics, much safer than even apples or pears in some cases. Want a powerful diabetic-friendly recipe? Try this. In a small bowl, combine 3/4 cup mixed frozen berries, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and ½ cup warm, unsweetened almond milk. Let it soak for 10 minutes until it forms a pudding-like texture. This evening berry bowl is not only soothing and anti-inflammatory, it also supports nighttime insulin balance and reduces midnight hunger. Here's a helpful tip. If you're buying frozen berries, go for unsweetened organic varieties. Avoid added syrups or lightly sweetened packs. They often contain hidden sugars that undo the benefits. Trader Joe's, Costco, and Whole Foods all offer excellent options under $5 per pound. An important heads up, if you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin or taking aspirin daily, Consult your doctor before dramatically increasing your berry intake. Their high vitamin K and salicylate levels may interact with clotting time if consumed in excess. As we wrap up this healing trio, grapes, guava, and berries, it's clear that sweetness doesn't have to mean danger for diabetics. When chosen wisely, these fruits become daily medicine, supporting your blood sugar, strengthening organs, and restoring balance from the inside out. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with someone managing diabetes, and subscribe for more natural, science-backed strategies to take control of your health.